Drive to Bobby's. At 3 p.m., there's as much traffic as there was at 9 a.m. It's LA. I swerve gleefully at 40th Street into a warren of winding roads to his house. The dogs bark as I unlock the door with the key he hides from me. But this emphasis lately on Bobby bossing me around was something we talked about last time we got back together, because he always gets like this. I want us to always be together. I want him to understand that sometimes I have to do my own things for my own reasons. I'm a grown woman. I mean, I was 38 when I wrote this, when I went through this. So it's kind of like the Ungame, the 70s therapy board game I play at my birthday parties. Just, they're certified. Do your own thing. Reads half the cards of the board game. I like to do my own thing. I need a partner who doesn't have a problem with that. All I want to do, though, for my own thing is wait in his bed, in the dress and tights he likes, with his well-fed dogs sleeping beside me. Conciliatory. Stepford. I wonder if Bobby will be angry when he comes home. I wonder if he is always angry from a bad day at work when he comes home. I wonder what it will be like when it's, "Hi honey, I'm home," every day. My sister texts me that her boss, who she has a massive crush on, brought her chocolates upon his return from Peru. He asked her out for drinks. Every coworker they ask to go with him cancels. I counsel her via text on the calculated gamble that this is. I text, if you lose your job because of a workplace romance and don't end up marrying the guy you look really stupid and possibly lose your house, so remember that. I text, I understand when the biological clock starts ticking and you want someone to grow old with under the California sun like 2 Kalamata olives. I'm feeling exactly that with Bobby right now, and it's a beautiful feeling. She thanks me for the advice. I wonder if my sister has a future with this man. I hope I have a future with Bobby. That was the 5-year plan intention he stated when we got back together. The role I'm auditioning for in Hollywood. Future trophy wife. I let the dogs out in the sun. I see Bobby come down the driveway through the blinds. In his sunglasses, Bobby doesn't see me. I watch him pet and talk to the dogs as they frolic on the grass, the setting sun behind the olive tree, his strong body silhouetted against the sun. The yellow dog leaps into his hands. I admire his broad shoulders, his kindness. This is my man. Bobby hasn't seen me yet. He stares at my bright, excited face at the door, holding a mug of coffee. I chatter excitedly. He's glad to see me. No trace of the irritation of the previous night. I relax into having fun with him. Our energy is smooth. We are enjoying each other. Oh, gee, you're playing a show tonight. Yay, I say. Wave my hands. Yubby is your groupie now that we got back together. You're still pretty and cute, he says, embracing me. His hand cups my ass. In a flash, he is gone to walk the dogs in the setting sun. I type excitedly, awaiting his return. Ursula texts, hey, let's get stoned and be spooky when I get back from my poetry tour. I text back, I can't. I need to focus on my future with Bobby. No worries, Ursula texts. I frantically delete her text from my computer and phone. I feel that what I said was succinct and to a point, setting a boundary. I'm in terror that she will text again. Bobby cannot find out. I turn my iPhone to silent, put my phone in my purse. We have to be at Bobby's band's show in an hour. He comes in, says, I don't want to play the show. I want to go to sleep. Oh, aging punks. I know how that feels. I'm getting sick of doing this band thing. Bobby is 50 after all. His little punk band was popular in the 80s and 90s. They toured Europe, had a song on the SLC Punk soundtrack. The band folded to be revived at grandpa age by the surviving members. Bobby plays shows with his old band again to their crowd of haggard, fervent fans who still remember every word of the lyrics. Bobby repairs a guitar string. He cuts himself. I carefully wrap a Band-Aid around his index finger. remarked that the same thing happened in my Apocalypse Lemon Pie piece. I heard back from the food editor at Entropy today. He said the recipe was super fun and he would be getting back to me soon. I felt this close enough to a yes. Yay! More publishing! That's what I'm really here to do. I tell Bobby, I know you don't have time now, but I really want you to read my Apocalypse Lemon Pie piece that's going to be published. I think you'd like it. I want Bobby to read more of my writing to see what I'm really about beneath this, to know me better. But I'm not sure he will like what he sees when he knows what I'm going to be thinking, and I have really done. I don't want him to be disturbed or offended by my writing in the way he was reading my first and second book. Kind of a litmus test there, if someone can hang with me. I know that Bobby read my books when we were broken up as a way of getting closer. These are the mental traces of myself and my past I seek to leave behind after I die. Bobby said reading my book was painful. All of that sex with other guys. I wonder if his reading of the book I am writing about him now, this book, will be painful or pleasurable. Carrying Bobby's cord bag, I stagger on my black heels to the Saab. We drive with the seat warmers on. The chill April night speaks of springtime, not yet summer. The show is at Cafe Nella, a shithole punk club full of nasty crust punk drunks. I follow Bobby on the pavement and club in my low-cut short dress and heels. I feel meek. I am on the list. I hope you can protect me. The fat bouncer slaps my hand. The walls and booths are red. The production screen. I fiddle with my phone defensively as Bobby chats with his bandmates. I know Bobby has many friends from his punk days that he has excited reunions with. Old heroin buddies. I'm allowed in this. 15 years is a lot to catch up on. Whole lives. I mean, I want to be a cool, chill girlfriend. Bobby orders me a non-alcoholic Bex. I gulp it. Enjoy the beer flavor, without the drunk. Non-alcoholic beer is a great invention. Bobby has a Corona with mine. I text Lauren from my seat at the bar. Cafe Nella is actually kind of happening. Rad, she texts back. I text Lish, but she does not respond. She must be with her boyfriend's family. Her train must have arrived. The room is a flurry of green and yellow light. I am overwhelmed. Crowds trigger my PTSD. I feel the tension in the club, both sexual and violent. It makes me vulnerable, actually, to be looking like this there, around these men. Bobby moves his Marshall stacks and guitars to a booth. I sit inside it, as if it were the VIP section. Girls with long hair and hippie frocks. A green polyester bolero on a chick with a bob. The band is in suits, narrow ties. This is OG Silver Lake, Bobby says into my ear. A younger, hipper crowd than his band usually pulls. They must be here for The Magnificent, a gospel retro 60s band in the vein of the Makeup or John Spencer Blues Explosion. A go-go dancer in hot pink and black does the Watusi while the lead singer exhorts the crowd to raise their hands. This music was so big like 15 years ago, Bobby says. I was into it then and I'm into it now, I say. This reminds me of something I'd see in San Francisco. Bobby and I push the Marshall stacks to the side green room. He introduces me to his bandmates, a meek anorexic bassist and a hardy, pasty guitarist. I have met them before. I shake their hands. Notice the flash of interest in the guitarist's eyes. Look away. The bassist won't meet my eyes. The Magnificent stumble off stage in sweaty bolo ties. My heels bump into their cymbals. I follow Bobby to the stage and deposit myself in the closest booth next to the stage. A red maquette. I wedge my orange purse behind me, stare into the abyss of my phone. Careful not to make eye contact with any of the other people in the booth. Bobby sets up. He comes over to me. Get off your phone, Bobby says. Worship me. Bobby says, now of all times you should be worshiping me. I put away my phone. The older singer pulls punk moves from ages past, whirls about the stage while Bobby strums his guitar. The singer pulls off his blue sweatshirt to reveal a white key with Poser handwritten in orange paint, very like Kurt Cobain-y. He thrashes on the stage. The band plays when you're in the bathroom, their hit on the SLC punk soundtrack. This song is called Possessed. It's about Bobby's girlfriend. The Sugars is loud into the microphone. I glow, smile, perk up. I know this song is about a previous girlfriend in the 80s, a very long time ago. But I like to think it was for me, and some people in the crowd probably think so, I don't know. I want songs to be written about me. I'm that kind of bitch. The band thunders to a halt. Bobby winds up his cord as people congratulate him. I stay benched in my booth. I use my phone as a defensive shield against the drunk crusty who has been dancing near me and casting longing eyes at me through the show. I don't want to talk to anyone or even make eye contact. I don't want to encourage anyone other than Bobby. You know how men are. I'm fiercely loyal. Why were you on your phone the whole time? That makes me mad. I want you to be watching me when I play, Bobby says. I snap back, louder than intended. I was just Instagramming you, taking pictures of you. I use my phone as a shield against creepy drunks. What am I supposed to do? Just stare at you while you talk to other people? Don't talk back to me in front of other people, Bobby says. I realize a woman with brown spiral curls brandishing an old-style camera is seated opposite the booth. I didn't notice her in my television. I apologize. I want to stay for the next act, Bobby says. I nod, reluctantly. We settle into the booth. He puts his arms around me, his hand on my thigh. I feel more comfortable with the amount of thigh I am showing with his hand on it. His hand claims possession. He does own me. At least to these people. Grindcore. A band's loud voice stops the singer after the second song. That's fucking tight, man. That's fucking tight. Shit, yeah, I love that shit. I'm OG, I tell ya. Avenida's gangster from the neighborhood. I just got out of Chino. Shit, yeah. The gangster lifts his plaid shirt, buttoned at the top button over a white undershirt. Brandishes a beer. Drunk to the point of dangerous. Unpredictable. The crowd turned during Bobby's band's punk set. Now decrepit, dirty drunks lurch back and forth to the punk guitar. My disdain as a sober person is palpable. I realize I am the only woman in the room. I tense. The men around me are sad alcoholics who life has been unkind to. They remind me of the young, crust, punk youth I frolicked with, lived with, and drank endless PBRs with when I was 18 to 23 in Portland. This must be what happened to my boys. I feel sympathy mixed with fear, similar to the speed freak on the train. The haggard milieu where I would be if I hadn't left Portland. My disgust is mixed with pity and sorrow as I reflect of what could have been these men. The gangster rambles on incoherently, belligerently. He is looking for a fight. I want to go. Bobby bounds at me. I get up eagerly. Sit down again, not wanting to catch the loud man's eye. Red lipstick matches uneven red stiletto nails. Black and white hair matches short dress, matches shoes. Pop blue tights. Flashy woman. The crowd really turned after your set, I said. That guy looked like trouble. I didn't want to get caught up in the crosshairs of an ugly bar fight and get gang raped. You wouldn't get gang raped, Bobby says. You don't know what it feels like to be me, to be in this body, I say. You don't notice the things I notice or have the same fears. We drive to Full House Seafood in Chinatown. This is where you should walk close to me, Bobby says, under the red lanterns on the sidewalk. I grasp my velvet jacket with my arm on my stomach, hold his hand. In the restaurant there is jasmine tea in a round handleless cup, walnut shrimp that tastes like it's drenched in angel cum, wonton soup full of unimaginable seafood. We eat hungrily. White tablecloths, white napkins. In the car, Bobby reprimands me about mouthing off at him in front of his friend's girlfriend. I'm in the belly of the beast of the patriarchy. But I signed up for this, content to be taken care of by it. I'm disabled. I can't work. I don't see a whole lot of other options.